Hey beautiful souls. Today I want to share 3 truths that I've learned about growing up at 65. Number 1, not everyone gets wiser as they get older. Some let their old habits get even more ingrained because of their refusal to change, which makes me more determined actually to strengthen my resolve and my resilience and keep changing. Because knowing that time is no longer on my side, I can't muck around when it comes to me reclaiming my power and healing. And for those new here, welcome. My name is Annemarie. I'm a holistic life coach, hypnotherapist, and spiritual guide, and I help people reclaim their power and heal from toxic situations. So, to not have the luxury of youth, something that we take for granted when we're young, is quite sobering. It reminds me to not drag my feet when it comes to self-transformation. It makes me more tenacious in some way to just get over it and get on with it. And it doesn't mean that I skip through my healing. I do the due diligence, but I don't allow myself to stay down for too long. I am more resolute than ever to change, to grow, to learn, to keep improving myself so that I can be more empowered in my life. Because getting thrown out of your comfort zone at any age is unsettling, let alone later in life, especially after years of giving away your power to someone else. So it's sink or swim, and I choose to swim. Number 2, no matter what age, live in gratitude. It really helps to be grateful for what we have and what we can still do, rather than focus on what we don't have and what we can't do, because that breeds comparison, competitiveness, jealousy, and resentment. Getting older, it's easy to focus on what you can't do anymore, focusing on the losses rather than on the wins. So it's even more important to practice gratitude and to see the blessings in every situation, no matter how painful. And that includes adversity and sudden change. Be grateful for the strengthening exercises that it brings, because it will help you take accountability for your part in any situation. And that's healing. And no, this isn't about self-blame. This is about recognizing that drama takes participation. And no matter how cruel someone else behaves, that's on them. But if I react, I participate. It's really that simple. And that is a really powerful realization and acceptance. I know many don't like the term everything happens for a reason, but when you get older, you give yourself more grace and allow yourself to see the benefit that comes out of any adverse situation. And using that wisdom to your advantage to help you get stronger, to see that situation as a gift becomes your strength. And that becomes like a springboard that propels you forward. Number 3, and the last one, at 65, for some, it may get harder to change. But for me, it's actually getting easier because I don't have to please anyone anymore. And without that pattern of pleasing, constantly interfering, it removes a lot of waste by not being concerned with someone else's part. It becomes easier to let go and to let God. Conditioning goes really deep, and people-pleasing is a trauma response from childhood And it takes some undoing. But living more in spiritual alignment, it helps you to let go of what you can't control. And it helps you strengthen your inner compass. And it helps you let go of what doesn't serve your higher good. Because we all have a tendency to hang on. And, there's a really great saying that youth is wasted on the young. And this is not to insult anyone. I was young once. But many lessons are wasted on the young because we unconsciously think we have the luxury of time. A cosmic joke, right? And so at 65, I finally get it. I can just let go. I can just let go. And I can just let God. Getting out of the way means to be silent and to listen. Because we always get directions. And by listening, I've learned I don't need to shrink myself anymore to not make others uncomfortable. Nor do I need to add my 2 bobs worth to every conversation to prove that I'm wise. I can just be silent. And that silence saves so much waste because I can listen and I can focus on what's required for each situation. That's wisdom. That's loving detachment. But it takes practice, so be gentle with yourself. But keep strengthening your inward and upward connection now, no matter how old you are. It will be the most valuable connection that you will ever make. So I hope you got some benefit. I'm going to keep it short. And as always, lots and lots and lots of love from my heart to you.